What is up, everybody? Welcome back to an all new episode of Toy Addicts Anonymous. My boy here, the badass reviews,
What's up,
Carlos,
guys?
and me. I'm really excited tonight because, especially today, one lucky viewer is going to walk away with a new pair of Puma RS Tech Panthro shoes, man. Let me
They
tell you,
look sick, dude.
these things are nice, bro. Nice. And I was very humbled to be, to have Puma reach out to me to collaborate on the release of these awesome shoes. It's really exciting to be to be a Thundercats fan right now. Let me tell you, and it's awesome because of all the stuff that's coming out. You know what I mean? So if you were on my live on Instagram just a little while ago, then you would have seen the information. I basically asked a trivia question, which was who was the actor that played the voice of Panthro in the 1980s cartoon? And if you answered correctly during the time, I got your name. If you got a DM and you sent me your information, you better be here joining us right now. All right. So, what's up, Carlos? Talk to me. What else is going on? What's new?
Dude, everything good, dude. Like everything. Happy Father's Day, by the way.
Thank you, man. Same to you,
And,
brother.
and yeah, it was a good weekend last weekend. Um, Crazy with like all these like action figures and stuff from San Diego Comic Con, like all this NECA stuff that we got announced. Actually, they went up for pre-order, and a bunch of people miss on the total set again.
The samurai ones, the turtles in time.
Yeah, it was a really like kind of like confusing, and at least for me, because when they show the images at the beginning before the pre-order, they show these images of the toros with the samurai uniform, and then the other image without the uniform. And I was like, okay, they're gonna have like the two options. But actually, that wasn't the case. The case was those samurai 4 pack, they come with alternate heads that you can use on the movie totals, the old ones.
Mm,
So yeah, but dude, like that sold out really fast.
yeah.
It was expensive. By the way, it was expensive, but I think it was like $170 or something like that. Also, Skeletor went up for pre-order from Mondo.
Yes, bro. That let me tell you, that's one of those things that I saw I want to say like 2 weeks ago. I saw I saw images and stuff and I knew about it and holy shit. They just that's the ultimate Skeletor. They've one of the things that my friend was saying is like, I already have the original one from Mondo and um, to buy another Skeletor, I'm like, dude, when you see this Skeletor, it's like forget
Is
it.
not
It's
the same.
not at all. And I mean, I think what blew me away the most about the Skeletor was the way they did, the Dragon Blaster being an actual dragon action figure, and then it clips onto the armor, and it looks just like Dragon Blaster Skeletor from the 80s. So just the engineering component of that just blew me away. The other thing is I love the huge fabric cape with the wiring, so you can pose the cape. And let me tell you, they covered every little aspect because I watched two of the live streams where the Mondo was present, and one of the things they did is they gave us the plastic molded hood for people that don't like soft goods, and they gave us a soft goods hood with the wiring. So
Correct.
they catered to everybody. Like literally, if someone complains about that Skeletor, they're an asshole.
Listen, it's so funny because people always find a way to complain, right?
Always.
Uh, and it's, by the way, I think your screen is like getting frozen.
My screen.
Yes.
Let me see.
Like I'm just looking at you just with one image right
Yeah,
now.
1 second.
So, but one of the things that like now that you're saying that people like if people complain or something like that, people always find a way to complain about things. And to me, it was a great surprise to have the terror claw um, on the package. You know, uh, I did not expect that actually. I did not expect to have the terror claw. Now you're not frozen. I did not expect the terror claw accessories on that um, Skeletor Deluxe, and people were like, "Oh, but I mean, that was a total extra, like something that nobody was expecting. I was expecting three armors: the regular armor, like He-Man, the battle armor, like He-Man, and of course, if we got Power Punch He-Man, we need Dragon Blaster Skeletor. I was expecting that. But
Right.
for them to throw the terror claws there, and then people were complaining, saying like, "Oh, but they didn't throw the terror claw armor," and I was like, dude, really? Like, I mean, what do you want? And not just that, but it's really interesting and really cool that they clarify that on the live stream. And they said, listen, this is not the Terror Claw Skeletor from the vintage toy. This is the Terror Claw Skeletor from the mini comics. And I know that because I'm a mini comic fan.
Right.
Skeletor in the mini comic, when he showed up the Terror Claw, he did not have that like half chest armor, whatever, that he looks like he was wearing those 80s shirt to go to the beach and do exercise.
Yeah.
Uh, like actually, I mean, listen, I'm not a fan of that armor, but that's fine. People who are fan of that armor, that's totally fine. But my point is like they point out this is not the Terror Claw from the vintage toy. This is a Terror Claw from the mini comics. And actually, in the mini comics, he
Right.
wore the regular armor, his regular harness, with just the Terror Claws. So there you go. I mean, and it's so funny that you mentioned like people, if people complain, yes, dude, there's some assholes around that they just like to complain about everything, like we talked before.
There's always going to be a Karen that's a toy collector.
Oh yeah, totally, dude. But listen, the figure is impressive. I love the fact, dude. It's so funny because I love the Alcala style head. Right, to me, He-Man is the mini comics. That's my lore for He-Man. Actually, not the actual filmation cartoon, but I was so impressed with the alternate skeleton head, the brownish one, the one that looks more like a mummy type or
With the
something like that.
ruby red eyes. Yeah.
Dude, that head sculpt is impressive.
The,
I was
the, the thing that's really
blown away.
about this Mondo, more this Mondo Skeletor than the He-Man. I'll tell you that. Um, when I look at that Skeletor, I picture what we'll probably see whenever they get around to doing a live action Masters of the Universe movie. That's how my Skeletor, that's what I would expect to see in theaters. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And Hector Arce, which is one of the creative directors at Mondo, he mentioned that's kind of the inspiration. They're always pushing the envelope. Whatever Mattel did, they always try to upgrade that, enhance it, but then also give the figures that realistic screen type of movie look. So Skeletor just blew me the fuck away. Uh,
dude,
and
that
I just wanted to address for those of you who are on here right now, um, I'm going to be announcing the winner shortly. Just stick around. If you want to win those shoes, I'm not going to make you guys wait for like the whole hour and a half. But the show is fun, and thanks for joining us.
yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. But yeah, dude, like that Skeletor was like really like a really surprise like to me. I knew he was coming because of the tease and everything, and we saw the images back like months ago, but actually, I mean, the figure for the price point, the quality of the figure. And actually, I don't know if I'm wrong, but it looks like they changed the body on him. It doesn't look like the same body that He-Man uses.
No,
I don't I don't know. I think it's
a
different.
little beefier, and he looks a little more like defined.
Yeah, he looks a little bit different, and the abdomen part, I think he looks like a little bit different.
Mhm,
I can be wrong, maybe because of the color differences or something like that.
mhm.
But dude, like they're they're killing it. They just give me that amazing anti-Eternia He-Man, which to me right now is like my number one option for my top 10 figures of the year.
That's the
That
goal for you.
that figure right now is number one.
Yeah,
And now give me that Skeletor. I can't wait for them to chip that Battle Cat. You
yeah.
know, like
Oh my God, dude. And we're gonna be getting it hopefully, I believe in August, if not now in July, because it's there, it's ready to go.
yeah, I think they say July, and I think Trap Joe is supposed to chip on September or something like that.
Mhm.
Pretty much Skeletor is supposed to chip in November.
I'm wondering how they do that. Like what I'm thinking is, um, and I'm gonna see if we can get Mondo on here so we can talk to them about stuff. But I wonder how they're able to have such a quick turnaround from the time of pre-order to the time you receive the item. I'm thinking maybe because Funko's money, they're going into production before they even get the orders.
Well,
So
well, that can be, or also remember, like these big companies like Funko, for example, and I know that because I have some friends that work for small companies, right? And they say sometimes we need to, when it comes with the factories in China, we need to stay in line and wait for the big companies to get their stuff out, right?
right, right,
So I'm guessing because Funko is such a big company in comparison with Mondo, right? I will say, of course, now that Funko pretty much absorbed Mondo, they're gonna have the same push as Funko, right? So they have more power, I think, to negotiate time lapse. Like for releases and stuff like that, they can say, you know what, hey, give me this first or this or that. I mean, I know by fact that they can do that. I mean, maybe they have certain amount, like you said, like ahead,
yeah,
like think like maybe with other releases like He-Man and stuff like that, they may have like kind of like a certain amount. Like I mean, you have figures like I don't know if you remember Hordak. Hordak is still available, I think,
through
right?
Mondo, through Mondo.
I don't know if Trumondo, but Trumondo was like not so long ago, but you still have him in other retailers, which is, I believe, the only one. I think he didn't did that well with the people. I mean, he got three releases, right? And on top, I mean, if you compare Masters of the Universe versus Princess of Power, I mean, of course, Masters of the Universe have more fan base,
Right.
and that's like I agree with that. But yeah, I mean, I believe it's Mondo. I mean, Funko negotiation power plays a big role on those releases because they're being on time with the releases.
It's
uh,
I mean, it's possible. Like I said, I want to because I've gotten used to the average. Like you pre-order something, and typically it's about 8 to 12 months. With Hasbro, it's a different story because Hasbro, because of COVID, they were telling us like these crazy release dates, like we'd have to wait like a year, but then all of a sudden you're getting an email that it's processing. So
yeah,
I get
they're like super inconsistent.
yeah, and I get why they do that. Um, they don't want to what's the word? They don't want to underserve their customers. Like let's say, oh, this will be available in August. but then they can't make the August mark. It's better for them to say, "Oh, it'll be available in November," and then, "Hey, surprise, it's here in August." You know?
Yeah, you don't want to create expectation, because if is in the worst case scenario you fail on the release date, then I mean it's gonna be chaos, like, and everybody's gonna go against you and the internet, and especially now that you have the internet and you have everybody complaining about everything, of course they're gonna pick on them and they're gonna destroy them online, like people usually do. I mean, and it's a smart move to like to have I would say like a bigger window, for error. You know, I
Yeah.
I I think is smart. I mean, the other news is you saw the tease of Thundercats.
Listen, man, that's something that, like, I there's not a lot to talk about right now because it's just a tease. But usually, the way Super 7 works is when they put a tease, I would say like 3 to 4 days later, they make the reveal. So I think if not tomorrow, on Monday, we're going to see what this thing is. And I went on, they had this live, it was Ask Us Anything live on Twitter.
Hmm.
And I asked, is this a cat's lair for ultimates? And the response was, which I think is Brian that was on Twitter, he said, this announcement will be huge in capital letters. So it's not a reaction cat lair. It's not. And it wouldn't make sense for them to make a reaction cat lair. I don't think anybody wants that. I think the thing about reaction is that cool retro look on the card, and you have your figure, and it reminds you of the 70s, but nobody wants a reaction cat lair. You know what
I
I mean?
mean, reaction is kind of cool, but um, it comes with vehicles and stuff like that. I say people rather spend the money in other stuff. Like, I think reactions, and I bet your reaction is the fan base. I do not collect reactions. The only two reactions I have is two. Let me see, three exclusive anti-Eternia He-Man reaction figures. One that is translucent,
Mhm.
that it was from PowerCon. One that is the regular anti-Eternia He-Man that was from, I think, SDCC or something like that,
Right.
and the other one was German Germany convention exclusive that some friend um, was able to get them over there in Germany. Those are the only three reaction figures that I have, and I have it in the cardboard because they look cool there.
Right.
I don't know like who will be able to play or with reaction figures, especially nowadays that you have all that articulation and like with action figures. I mean, I think they look amazing in the package, and I believe most of, I mean, at least the ones I know, most of them reaction collectors, they keep their figures in the package.
Right.
Now that thing
So this
look
right here, if a lot of people have been analyzing it, right? And I feel like, let me bring it back up. I feel like what's going on here is a condensed version of Cat's Lair, in the sense that if you look at the original images from the cartoon, it's not exactly the same. Like the spacing between, for example, let's pop it up here again. All right. So the spacing between the logo and the collar
hmm
hat, it's a lot shorter than what you see on screen. So there's already people saying that it looks like they have obviously shrunken down the proportions so that this thing is not going to be like, you know, $1,000 or something like that.
you need to because like picture this. Imagine if they make a scale Snake Mountain for classics. It will be the size of my house, you know, uh, at least the size of my house. Imagine a Castle Grayskull regular size for a classics figure. It will be the size of my room.
Well, I wanted to mention because you didn't watch any of the live streams, have you? That
No, no.
go on the last weekend, like Geek Dad Live or the Toy Anxiety
I
Live.
saw the Git Dog Live one, but just I was just paying attention to the Mondo stuff.
So check this out, brother. Mondo is actually considering the possibility of making a 1/6 scale Castle Grayskull.
What?
Yeah,
Wait. Mondo is saying they're saying that?
Mondo, bro.
How much that's gonna be?
It's like because the response they're getting is from Raul, the photographer that does.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody's like, I want that fucking Castle Grayskull. I want that with my 12-inch figures. So Mondo is actually considering. Obviously, I don't think it's gonna be like the scale that we would think it would be, but something that would work with 1/6 scale.
Dude, you saw the size of my toy room. I may need my whole house.
You you have a garage?
Dude, I have half of my garage is my toy room. My wife built this man cave for me with half of our garage because
Oh, makes sense.
she didn't want me to have figures all over the house. So
Right.
she was like, okay, this is a win-win situation. You have your toy room, which it have like a very good space. I have like a 10 by 10,
Yeah.
it's big enough, you know, and and she was like, and I don't have figures all over my house, you know? So it was a win-win situation. I mean, I always said my wife is the best wife in the world, dude. Like, and like this is the thing. Having man, I can't imagine to have a Castle Grayskull for 1/6 scale, dude. It's un, it's unthinkable to me. Like, it's
What
just,
I would want, and I think it would be awesome, is if they did just like the jaw bridge, right? And you remember the Horsemen did it when they did. Remember when they NECA was producing the stactions that they were like 2000X inspired, but they were static kind of
yeah,
yeah, plastic statues. They did a jaw bridge that was called cast porcelain, and it was just the jaw bridge of Castle Grayskull. That thing was like probably 14 inches tall, and it was like a statue. So imagine something like that. That's not a statue. That's more affordable, and that has more of like the
it's,
surroundings of the front of the castle, just to like display He-Man and Battle Cat
yeah.
in.
I mean, they can make. Listen, you can have, for example, how I think Snake Mountain was 3 feet tall, right? Around there,
I think it was like
4,
I want to say maybe two and a half.
2.5. Well, let's say 3. Let's say 3, and 3 feet tall, and I don't know how much like wide. And I mean, you can have something like that for the face of Castle Grayskull, like for 1/6. You can have something 4 feet maybe, but you may need to do something just like the front face of the stuff. But because if you do stuff inside that castle, uh, dude, that's gonna cost. I will say 2K maybe. Like it's gonna be
And who's gonna have space to display that? That's the thing.
nobody's gonna have space. I may need to get rid of all my Marvel Legends, all my McFarlane figures, and just collect Mondo, dude. Like, and get rid of all my shelf and stuff. And I'm not gonna have space where to put my boxes.
So check this out. The image that I have on screen, that was actually in the background for the solicitations of the, not the latest wave, but like it was the wave that had Vulture Man and Bengali. That
Okay.
cat slayer was in the background, and a lot of people were like, hey, that doesn't look like a painting, that looks like an actual 3D render. And it looks like it was they were actually teasing us, like they've already been designing this thing for a while now.
Yeah.
So this kind of gives us more of a look of what the playset would look like from an angle. And holy shit, man, the
That's
question is it going to be like, I'm thinking like 4 feet tall or something like that. And then is it going to have a backside to show the inside control room and stuff? Like, it's just, I don't know. I have a feeling that this is going to be like Super Seven's first crowd fund item. Like, they're going to have X amount of orders before it
listen,
actually goes into production. I don't.
listen. That thing, if they make that thing, and they make the claws right, uh, those claws needs to have the capacity to put inside the thunder tank.
Yeah, but that's impossible because you haven't seen the Thunder Tank in person. This
It's
thing is like,
huge.
it's like it's my 3-year-old daughter can sit on it. You know what I mean? It's huge. So to be able to put it under the paw, that would make Cat's lair the size of a golf cart. So that's not gonna happen. I'm thinking more of like it's gonna be a play set. The Thunder Tank's gonna look nice
I
next.
think it's gonna be smaller than what we've seen there, dude. Because I'm looking at the door, and the door looks really small. If it's like the size,
Well, if you look at the space, right? You see the space between. I don't know if you see my cursor. I don't think you. But if you see the space between the collar and the logo, and then the logo and the arch of the doorway, and then we compare it to. Let's pull this up real quick. The actual illustration, which is this one here. I'm trying to pull it up. Hold on. So if you pull it up, if you see this, trying to get. Give me 1 second here. All right, here we go. So this is in the cartoon, right?
hmm
Look at the space between the logo, the bottom of the logo, and the archway of the door. There's
yeah,
a much bigger gap. Of course, the gap from the logo to the neck collar is not as big. So if you think about it, this is a matte painting in the background of an 80s cartoon. So, you know, I don't know if that tease necessarily means they shrunk it. Like, I think the most important thing is going to be that if Lionel or any of the Thundercats are standing in front of the door, that they got to go through the door. Like, the door can't be shorter than the figure. That'll be a deal breaker. It's
no,
just
yeah,
like Castle Grayskull, how the original Castle Grayskull, remember, He-Man couldn't fit through the drawbridge, so they had to make that drawbridge bigger and wider so that he could actually walk in through it. I think that's the main target, to make sure that the figure can go through the door.
that's big, dude.
It's it's massive. All right, so moving on from Thundercats Cat's lair, let's go back to, I know a lot of people are anticipating who's going to take these home. And of course, This is my personal pair, but Puma's gonna send one lucky winner a pair of their very own Puma Panthro shoes. So what we're gonna do right now, I hope everybody that participated during the live is watching, but we're going to pick a winner.
And if you guys don't want the pair, send it to me.
All right.
Okay. Good luck, guys.
All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel.
Let's give them 15 seconds.
Everybody, take a deep breath. I wish I had like the drum roll.
Let's make it.
Gotta work on gotta work on the sound effects here in the studio. And the winner is Ronald
Ronald Santiago.
Santiago. Congratulations, Ronald Santiago. If you are on this live stream, then please respond right now because obviously we're looking at your YouTube names. So Ronald Santiago,
Congratulations.
I just need to get a confirmation.
Otherwise, we're going to run it again.
Okay, Lord of Darkness is Ronald Santiago, Milwaukee representing. Congratulations, man. You
Good
got it.
job.
All right, awesome. So thanks for joining us, guys. And of course, you don't have to leave us just because we picked the winner. We're going to be talking about some cool stuff, and my buddy has some really cool figures to show off today. What do you have today? You've got the
Oh, dude, I have actually, man, I have one of the figures contender for figure of the year, at least to me. Um, I have the Four Horsemen Figura Obscura Son Wukong.
oh, dude, that is sick. I'm gonna
This,
put I'm gonna put you on the main screen.
yeah, put it.
Oh, look at that, dude.
This thing is insane. Look at the detail on this thing. And CJ Sim make the soft goods
He's been
on
doing
this,
an awesome job with.
yeah, on this figure with all the wiring and stuff. And the paint apps on this thing are like out of this world. And he comes with three different heads, hands, everything. I already photographed that figure because it's amazing. And I was really fortunate. The Four Horsemen took my picture and put it on their site on the Instagram. They choose like a couple of photographers and they choose one of my pictures from Son Wukong. For people who don't know who's Son Wukong, um, he's from the Chinese, um, lore culture. It was like the quest to the west. I
Right.
think is the name of the book. And pretty much Son Wukong was a monkey for so people know what's going on. It was a monkey that came to earth through a rock. He was inside a rock. So when he woke up, he joined this uh, group of monkeys, and apparently he became the people call him the Monkey King because in order for him to be the leader of this monkey group, he needed to jump through um, waterfall. And when he went inside, he found this beautiful place for the monkeys. That's part of the story. Then after that, he was looking actually for immortality. And and he became pretty much like a god, like with all these powers. He was able to fly. He challenged like some of the Chinese gods and stuff like that. It's a really, really, really cool story. There's some good movies, like Chinese, Asian movies about him. And actually, for people who don't know, he was the main inspiration for Goku from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yep. So in Japan, he's known as Son Goku, right?
Right.
And then in the Chinese culture is Son Wukong. But if you see it, he is really similar to Goku.
Mhm.
He uses, I don't know if you remember Dragon Ball at the beginning, the first season, he's using the staff like Goku, and he flies through the through the nimbus and stuff and clouds. And he also has a tail like Goku at the beginning. So pretty much Goku is an inspiration of the Monkey King story. Pretty
Awesome.
much, people don't know, and it's so funny because Quest to the West, I think, was one of my favorite stories when I was little. That's why I'm such a great fan of these characters, especially of the Monkey King, Son Wukong. I'm a huge fan, and it's so funny because back in the days, I'm talking about the pretty much early '80s, maybe '70s.
Hmm.
I was watching when I was really, really little. I was watching with my grandpa movies of the Monkey King, and I was a big, big fan. And well, the Horsemen, they did an amazing job on this figure.
You know what's funny? It's like the moment they dropped that, I saw so many other companies doing their own versions of the Monkey King that it's like you're late to the game. The Horseman just dropped it, and it's like now everybody's trying to, oh, I can make a better one. But I think that figure is incredible because it brings the alternate heads. You got the angry head there, the one that's
Yeah.
me.
Okay. So this is the package. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, the package art looks awesome.
The package is like you see the glare here,
Yeah,
and the other parts of the box is matte finish. So these look pretty similar to those like Chinese gift boxes.
right.
Cool thing. Look at this character right here, this tiger. I bet they may go and make these other characters, and it comes with magnets, and then you have all the heads. This is the angry head. I don't know if you can see
Yeah.
right there, and then another serious head right here,
Okay.
and then you can alternate the face plates. The angry head comes with the crown with the phoenix feathers that he uses on the actually story. He comes with this fruit. He comes with the wine of immortality. Dude, it's incredible presentation.
Does it come with a background? You know how the Figura Obscura?
Yes, let me show you. Let me show you. This is Nate Barch art.
He's awesome. He's
Oh yeah, look at this. This is the magnetized part.
nice.
Look at that. So
That's awesome because you have like your diorama right there.
you have a diorama, yes, right there, and look here. You can see him with the feathers right there. See, sorry, right here.
Yeah.
You can see the feathers, the
Yeah,
phoenix.
packaging is beautiful, man.
Oh yeah, this is crazy, dude. And let me tell you, like I was really, really thinking on getting his version from Nora Toys. Nora Toys make a great Son Wukong.
Mhm.
Um, they have also a 3-pack that comes with this samurai and kung fu master or something like that. And the Son Wukong is a really cool figure, but let me tell you, compared to what the Horsemen did, it's a totally different approach because the approach they did was pretty much more like of Son Wukong when he was start his traveling, right? And he didn't have the armor and anything like that. So it's a different approach. It's a beautiful figure, but I prefer this one. I prefer the Horseman one.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any toys to show this week, but I had done a live stream unboxing these, and I just want to show these off because they're so sexy, man. These are the Pantro RS Tech. Alexander John, he's the designer that did these. He does a lot of shoes for Foot Locker and other brands. And I love the attention to detail that he put into these because this shoe, when you look at it, immediately you know it's Panthro because of the colorways. You know, you got the grays for Panthro, the blues, the straps, because you know how he has the harnesses. And then on one side, you got the Puma logo. On the other side, you've got a lenticular Thundercats logo.
That's
This
crazy.
right here, dude, is so cool. The fact that he put the spikes, just like Panthro's harness,
That's insane.
on the shoe. And then a little detail that I missed the first time around. Check out the lace tips, just like the
Oh my god,
nunchucks.
those are the nunchucks.
One blue and one red. So amazing, just an awesome shoe. And then that's not all. And these are the only ones that have this. The bottom showcases Panthro himself.
Nice.
So if you look at both shoes,
Wow, you complete the picture.
yeah, dude. I think, you know, the folks at Puma did an amazing job. This is not the first time around that they do Thundercat shoes. They did the first series, which is the same model.
I think they did Lion, all right?
They did a Lion-O shoe and they did a Cat Slayer shoe.
But I think it was a different model.
No, because I looked them up. I think they were the RS Tech. They might have modified things a
They
little.
modify because these ones that you have, because I was looking on them, and these ones you have are like the model is different. Like the actual shoe is totally different. The design is different.
Yeah, I really like
Maybe maybe it's the same.
this.
Maybe it's the same name, you know, but they changed the design of that shoe.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking to Alexander pretty soon. I don't know if it'll be here on YouTube or if it'll be on my Instagram live, but I definitely want to ask him because the first thing I asked him was how come he didn't put Mumra on the bottom of the Mumra shoes? And what he explained to me was that originally the shoes were going to be for all ages. So Mumra is a very scary character, and he didn't want to put that kind of character on the shoes.
Yeah,
Then
I
they
mean,
ended up only making them for adults.
yeah.
So um, it's
Tell tell Puma to send me a Momra set. I'm number 10.
they're available right now at footlocker.com.
They look amazing.
I bought the Mumras because
I'm thinking on getting them, but at the same time I'm like, should I wear them? You know?
that's the same thing, but like with like the sneakerheads, people that do all the sneakers, they spray stuff. There's like coatings that you could spray on the shoes to keep them from getting dirty and stuff like that. There's even some like covers that you could put on the bottom on the sole. So wherever you're stepping, it just goes on that thing and then you peel it off when you get home and your shoe's not dirty. So there's different things that people do to be able to preserve their shoes. But I don't know about those things because I'm not like a sneakerhead. So if I wore my Thundercat shoes, I'll have to do something like that because I wouldn't want to ruin my Panthro shoes.
Oh my god, dude. Well, talking about stuff, I also got this bad boy right here.
Oh, rock and roll. Yeah.
Rock and roll, dude.
He is badass.
Oh my god, dude. This figure, the attention to the detail.
The tats, bro.
Yeah,
And
dude.
this, I love how they added the extra hands doing the rock symbol.
Oh yeah, dude. And everything about this figure scream like greatness, dude. Like this figure, the face, everything about this figure is like really, really insane, dude. I really love the character, and I love this figure. I mean, Hasbro really killed it with this figure. And actually, do you got any of the new ones that they want
I
for
haven't got
pre-order?
any of the new. Well, yeah, I just pre-ordered three of the snow serpents.
Wow, they're sold out already.
I got them on Amazon. They sold out on Hasbro Pulse quick, but I
But
bought
they're
them.
sold out in Amazon too, I believe so.
I saw that they restocked earlier today, but I ordered three, and then I didn't order anything else for now because my thing is like, I told you I'm cutting back a little bit. So, like the whole pre-order thing, I've noticed that if you don't pre-order stuff and you wait a few months after release, you can usually get stuff on sale. And I know that for the holidays or after the holidays, a lot of these things we're going to be able to get Joe's for like 20 or even maybe even $15 because just not everybody can afford to pay $25 a pop for
No,
each.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, it's a little bit of a stretchy right there.
If there's one toy line that I'm willing to pay the 25 for right now, it's classified because I think they're giving you the bang for your buck, you know?
Yeah, the money is there. Like, I mean, yes, it's a little expensive, but I think the money is there. Now, if you talk about Marvel Legends, it's a different story.
Yeah.
But they um, I don't know, dude. Hey, talking about news, you saw what I just posted on my Instagram account,
Yeah,
and
the Keaton car.
yes. So for the ones who don't know, go to my Instagram, the Badass Reviews, and check McFarlane Toys put a story saying that they listen to their fans and they're going to release the Michael Keaton. It's gonna be, I believe, a two-pack. It's gonna be the Michael Keaton Batman and the Batmobile from '89.
That's cool. And it's an
So
89 Michael Keaton, I'm guessing.
yeah, '89 Michael Keaton, '89 Batmobile.
Speaking of that, I know you haven't seen it yet. The Flash is hot, steaming garbage.
That's what that's what people that's what people are
The
saying.
only thing that's good in that movie is Michael Keaton. That's it, bro.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. Like, and man, so painful, dude. Because I wanted to be good, and but because I love the Flashpoint, dude. That story
I just watched the Flashpoint animated movie right before I saw the live action movie.
is to me one of the best.
Yeah, forget it. Forget it. It doesn't even hold a torch to the animated movie, bro. It's just you could tell it's like a big fucking mess because um, when James Gunn like took over DC, he changed so many things because there were so many things in that movie that were going to be for future movies, but since those movies are not going to happen now, they made so many changes at the last minute. And I think that's what happens when you go back and forth and change things on a movie, you destroy the movie. So um, the biggest problem with that movie for me is the CGI. When you're looking at the CGI, you're looking at video game like mid 90s CGI. That that type of quality. And I'll give you an example. Michael Shannon, who plays Zod, he's not in the movie. I don't think it's been confirmed, but I'm pretty sure what they did was they either did deep fake and they just had him do voiceover, but and the reason I could tell is because in every scene that Zod comes out, he always has that like, how they have that kind of like liquid face cover on their helmets
Yeah,
that it never comes off his face. So they never show Michael Shannon. He's always in that weird screen thing on the helmet. That's why I knew that the actor wasn't playing them in the movie. And the girl that plays his lieutenant, same thing. You never see that stuff come off the face. There's a lot of homages. to other iterations of DC characters, like different looks of Superman and stuff like that. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it, but everything was done in a very, I think it was like rushed, like low budget CGI, man. And I absolutely hate Ezra Miller as the Flash. I don't like him. The suit was horrible. It looked like he was wearing like a giant red condom. Like it's just it's just really bad. Even Ben Affleck when he comes out, one of the things my stepson mentioned, which makes sense, it's like it's weird to see Batman in broad daylight. He's always kind of like in the shadows or at night. And there's a scene in the movie where it's like broad daylight, like on the highway and like running in his motorcycle. And they gave him like this really crazy tactical armor suit that just looks horrible, man. Like, I don't know what they were thinking when they did that that costume design, but I wanted to see Transformers, right? And the reason I went to see Flash is because for some reason now what movie theaters are doing is like if the movie comes out, they go and automatically put the movie that came out the week before, they put it in the regular auditoriums. And I wanted to see Transformers with like the Dolby surround and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And I said, fuck it, if I can't see it the way I want to see it, I'll just watch Flash because it'll be a better overall movie experience, with the Dolby surround and everything. But even the Dolby surround and all that shit, it didn't make the movie an enjoyable moment at all. Like I had a
Oh,
good time eating popcorn and drinking soda and being with my family, but the movie
oh,
is,
you're saving me money.
yeah, dude, it's garbage. I would say wait till Max brings it out because you know how all the DC movies eventually go to
Yeah,
HBO Max.
yeah. It's recently, dude. I feel. Listen, aside from, I will say the Mario movie. I think the last movie I saw on the on the in theaters that I really enjoy, and I was like, this is one of the best movies ever. Is Top Gun, dude.
Top Gun is amazing, amazing.
That's it. I would say Top Gun was during this after COVID and stuff. I would say Top Gun is my number one movie. Like it's top one, to be honest with you, because it's a straightforward movie, no bullshit, right? No woke stuff. Uh, it's go straight to the point, like and just give the fans what they want, and that's it. No agendas, no nothing. It was a straightforward movie, 80s style, 90s style, where like and that's it. And I enjoy the movie, and I have no complaints about the movie, and and that's it. To me, I don't know, dude. Like nowadays, they ruin everything with their political stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they're too much into that, and I mean, if you are into that, that's fine, but don't try to push in my stuff. Like I want to go to the movies. I want to enjoy the movie without thinking on political and social agendas and stuff like that. Like I want to enjoy a movie with my family, with my friends.
Well,
You know,
one movie that I'm really looking forward to watching, and I hope they don't mess it up. I haven't heard anything bad about it yet. Is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Like I love Indiana Jones, and
oh, I
this
love Indiana Jones
this is
too.
Harrison's last film as Indy. So I'm really excited. You know, when I watch the trailer, I get goosebumps, bro, because I grew up with Indy, man. And I'm looking forward to it. And I hope they didn't ruin it. And I'm going to tell you why I don't think it has any chance of being ruined because it's a timepiece. It still takes place in a different era. So I don't see them being able to put any type of force agendas into the film. However, you know, there could always be something, but like I also want to see Guardians. That's one movie I want to see. But you know what? Speaking of Marvel and speaking of weird shit, did you see the trailer for Craven?
I saw the trailer.
What do you think about that, bro? Like, I think the guy they got to play Craven is great, but they're making it like they're making Craven into not Craven. They're trying to create this story where he was like an anti-hero, but then he became a villain because the true villain is his father, played by Russell Crowe, and like it's just, I guess because of the absence of Spider-Man, they have to go and create this bullshit story, to make
It's
it its own
I
thing.
think that movie is gonna be pretty similar to
Morbius.
Morbius. That's it.
Oh, dude, yeah, but
It's gonna be another Morbius because the thing is this: what makes these characters interesting is Spider-Man, right? Like they give them a motif, they give them a reason. We got introduced to these characters through Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like if you try to make up kind of like I don't know, try to justify the reason why someone is like that and try to look for the background story and all the stuff, people are not interested in that, dude. Like, like people are not like I remember, I mean, listen, when you get when you get introduced to a character, mainly in comics, right? Like you think they go through the whole story, like they take maybe one, two, three numbers of a comic book to introduce you the bad guy and then put him to fight the good guy. No,
yeah,
they, they, they go straight to the point. These guys just show up out of the blue. He start trying to kill Spider-Man, and people don't know why. And then they're going and they explain why, and then they explain who's the guy or whatever. Dude,
right.
I'm not interested at all in knowing about the story, especially if I know by fact that they're gonna change the whole story of the guy. You know,
The only cool thing that has me kind of interested is that it looks like he's gonna fight the Rhino, and it's not that piece of shit mechanical robot Rhino thing.
I mean, I'm crossing my fingers because recently everything Marvel does is garbage.
It's,
It's garbage.
let me
Like,
ask you, because yeah,
unfortunately, after having such a great movie on Endgame, and those
everything's kind of gone downhill.
to this down the hill so
So Carlos, Des Ref fan is asking, what do you speculate the price for Cat Slayer would be?
cat layer. Huh, okay. I'm gonna give you my number.
All right.
My number, seeing everything I'm seeing right now, I will
We
say
haven't seen much, just a teaser.
I say $700.
$700.
700 flat. Plus the shipping.
You don't want to hear mine. So Snake Mountain, when it came out through Super 7, I want to say, what is it, like 5 years ago? It was like $750.
I'm paying 700 plus shipping. So how much is the shipping?
Shipping, I with the Thunder Tank, shipping was, you had options because if you got it with BBTS, shipping was $5. If you got it with Sideshow, shipping was free.
Okay,
So,
listen. This is my number, okay?
all
It's
right,
gonna be it's gonna be 700 plus put the taxes and shipping is gonna cost 800 flat. Flat. Ship it to your house.
okay.
800. That's my max number there.
The hard thing for speculation right now is we don't know the size of it. So if it is, and I wish I had a Thundercats figure here, but
Let's say if it's the size of Snake Mountain around there.
Snake Mountain is, I think the Cat's Lair is tall, what it would be wide. Snake
Yeah,
Mountain.
it's gonna be taller than
How
wider,
wide is
but
Snake Mountain?
we are talking, I think, like 4 feet.
4 feet wide. Okay.
Yeah, but I think that this is the thing. Like you're gonna have pretty much the same amount of plastic on it. So let's say it's pretty much the same um, volume of Snake Mountain.
And there's gonna be less detail because it's not a mountain. It's this beautiful just statue of a cat.
Yeah, but inside you may have
That's where there's gonna be detail. Yeah.
and some electronics because I seen that logo. It
It
looks
lights
like
up.
yeah,
It lights up. And that's awesome because that's what Cat Slayer would do. It would send the signal out. So I think you're probably around the money. Like I'm thinking more like 850, simply because from the time Snake Mountain came out, we were in a very different economic uh, time. Like things production wise cost less back then than they do now. So that's why I feel like it might be more than Snake Mountain. I know
so
Snake
you say
Mountain for like a,
you say 850 to 900.
yeah,
Okay, my max is 800.
800.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. I think if they gave us just the front, uh, it wouldn't be worth it because I don't want just like a giant plastic statue of a cat. I want the actual like a realm,
it's gonna have functions inside for sure. They're gonna have
at
like
least
maybe
like the control room,
control room, the table where they were sitting and stuff.
maybe
You
like
know,
a mechanic, like a mechanic shop for pen.
maybe like a little gel. You
I
know,
would like to see the like the room where Lionel puts his sword of
the
omens and the claw shield.
yeah.
Something like that. We're gonna have to wait and see. I think it's not too much longer to for the reveal. It's probably gonna be like I said, either tomorrow or early next week. So yeah, I think Desref was agreeing with us. He thinks 700. He
Yeah,
agreed. He agreed with you.
yeah.
So I think yeah, we'll find out soon, man. But I know that's not something you're planning on getting, right? Because you're not that big into Thundercats like
I
me.
mean, I like Thundercats, but I'm not like a huge like. It's not that I'm not a huge Thundercat fan, like or classics fan. I love them, but the thing is, like, as we always talk, is being smart about how you spend your money in, like, where, like to me, Thundercats is amazing, but my main thing right now is like Masters of the Universe Mondo, and those figures are really expensive. And I'm trying to get the figures that I missed from before.
Right.
So we're talking about. I'm even thinking on getting the faker, and that's money that I need to put on it, and it's impossible to keep it up with everything that comes out. Actually, I get rid of pretty much all my Motu Origins in order to get the Motu Mondo, because it's one of the two, or I collect Origins or I collect Mondo.
Right.
Now, Mondo are more expensive, but you have like more spread, the times on releases.
Yeah.
So that's one of the advantage of having these like 1/6 scale figures. I mean, now if you're a Hot Toys collector, you're screwed because Hot Toys release figures every week.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how my friends that collect Hot Toys how they do. Like they just work to buy toys, pretty
Well,
much.
the thing with Hot Toys for me that has been, I guess, good is that from the time a Hot Toys gets announced to the time you actually get it in hand, it's about a year and a half time. So, for example, there's two Hot Toys right now that I definitely want, I plan to buy, and it's the Obi-Wan Kenobi series Darth Vader and the Obi-Wan Kenobi series Obi-Wan. I definitely want those two figures because I love that scene when they fought and Obi-Wan was throwing all those boulders and he beat the shit out of Vader. Like I want to recreate that scene,
You
but
have a Vader?
I don't have a Vader in Hot Toys yet. No. And there's been a lot of them released, but the fact that the Obi-Wan series gives you both the reveal helmet with a crack and you have a clean helmet too, you can display Vader in either way.
Oh, but it's a two pack.
No, it's not a two pack. It's Vader. He has two chess pieces. One has the slice from the lightsaber, one doesn't. One clean helmet and one helmet cracked, exposing Hayden Christensen's Anakin. And then I think there's two capes, one with the burns on the back from the lightsaber, and
Hmm.
one that's clean. So you have two Vaders in one kind of thing.
Okay,
And
that
then,
that
and then
sounds good.
the Obi Wan is fucking amazing. What I've been doing that my buddy Peter was kind of like he got me into that mindset is that you have to curate your collection. And when you curate, is like you say, okay, I love Spider-Man, but do I need 50,000 versions of Spider-Man,
No.
or should I have? Here's my ultimate 1/6 Spider-Man. Here's my ultimate 6-inch Spider-Man. And then you could say, okay, well, I want to have an animated version of him. So you can have like two or three of a guy, but not 15 or 20 representations
Oh,
of a.
that's what I do. That's what I do. I clean my whole collection and yeah, I mean that's what I do. I mean, I may like do another clean on my collection again because as I say, I'm more focused on certain stuff now. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's about being smart also, not just collect because you know.
So I wanted to ask you about the Masterverse figures because there's a lot of awesome ones that are coming. And I don't necessarily subscribe to like the idea of having all of them. There's a lot of them that have come out that I haven't bothered picking up. But for example, the web store figure that's coming out looks amazing. Today they revealed the packaging, the final packaging. It's up on my stories. Um, there is a Prince Adam, which is like a skinny Prince Adam from Revelation, which I think that's really cool because I never understood why Prince Adam looked identical to He-Man in the 80s. I think it makes more sense if he's skinny so nobody would ever suspect. It's just like Clark Kent.
It's
Clark,
like Clark
Clark Kent
Kent
was
and
Jack
Superman.
in a suit with glasses and a hat. And the moment he took off his glasses, since he had the suit and the hat, nobody still recognized him as Superman. So
Yeah.
I never understood that. And so I think I really like the idea that Adam is not built, he's not jacked. You know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna get that Adam. I want to get the web store for sure. And then there's some that are I'm kind of like on the fence. For example, the clawful. No, the clawful's for sure. That one I want to get for sure. The whiplash, he looks a little weird because he looks, I guess, like more vintage style. And then he has that helmet with the horns, which is, I guess, is that from like the mini comics or is that from the original designs?
No, that's I think from his race. His race, I think they wear those helmets.
Okay.
Um, but the only figure I'm like getting honestly from uh, Masterverse that I want right now
Mhm.
is Faker, the new Faker.
Really, I don't like it, bro, because it's. I get that the first Faker that came out wasn't the Faker that everybody wanted because it was based on Revelation, but
Mhm.
um, I just don't like. I don't like the way they've done the Masterverse He-Mans, where he has like that karate chop hand, and I don't like the He-Man head sculpt. Like it's just not
But this head sculpt is based on the anniversary one.
okay.
It's not the Masterverse one. The Masterverse one I don't like. I hate because he looks super happy,
Let's
and
see.
I don't like that face at all. Uh, but the actual figure I really like. I don't know. There's something mysterious about it with the white eyes, white pupils, and stuff. I don't know. I kind of like the figure. I want to see it in person first because I stopped collecting also Masterverse.
Okay.
I'm not. I don't have any of the Masterverse. That one.
So this is the Masterverse He-Man. No, Faker,
Faker. Hmm.
which is using the anniversary
Head.
Faker head,
No, the anniversary He-Man.
anniversary He-Man head.
Correct.
You see that karate chop hand? What's the
Yeah,
point of that hand? You know what I mean? Like
but
that's
I think the figure looks good, dude. Like, look at the sword. The sword is insane, dude.
is it like glittery or something? No, it's like burgundy.
Yeah, and he has like mechanical stuff, and the axe also have mechanical stuff. And I love the fact that they give him that like kind of like pink, hot pink armor.
Right. And
It's cool. It looks scary, dude. It looks good.
yeah.
I mean, he comes with a fist. You can put the fist, I guess. Can you show me like again and see what he like
He
what?
comes with
Yeah,
just
he comes with a fist.
and he brings a closed fist and that karate chop hand.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you can do karate or you can do boxing.
Right.
Now the Grizzlor looks impressive.
He does, but I don't like the head sculpt. Like this is my guy right here.
He looks
This
amazing.
shit looks sick, man.
Yeah, he looks really good.
I love that they stayed more true to that Motok look and they didn't try to like change it around too much. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
he has,
he looks really good.
yeah, like he has a good build.
So he's gonna be then. Um, what's the name? They have this subline,
It's called New Eternia,
New Eternia.
but I
Yes.
don't see anything like different. You know what I mean? This one is really cool. The Prince Adam. Like I like how they made him really
Yeah,
scary.
but we need a better He-Man, dude, to be honest with you.
Oh, we
But
do,
but
but
even because even that anniversary one that I have here, let me show you. Wait a second. Let me show you that He-Man. And there's something that I really hate about that figure.
his chest is too fucking big.
Yes, like this figure right here, dude. Like
This guy
the
right here is
the,
insane.
the chest is so big on this figure, dude. I
Yeah,
It looks weird to me,
it
dude.
doesn't look natural.
No, it doesn't look. It looks super weird to me, dude. It looks like he has implants.
Yeah. Have you seen that guy that injects water in his biceps and shit?
Yeah, Synthol. That's called Synthol.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's how you create like fake muscles. And this human looks like he's using Synthol.
Look at the back of Clawful. Look how the colors of the spikes
Oh,
blend into,
wow, that looks amazing, dude.
and he's like a deluxe because he brings these alternate parts and stuff. But he looks awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know, dude. We need. I don't know, dude.
but
You
here's the
know,
thing, bro. Imagine all these fucking figures from Mondo.
Cloudful, dude.
Bro, Clawful. I know that they mentioned Buzz Off. That would be a really cool one. Um, I would like to get a chance at getting Merman again because I missed the boat. Like I know he's
You,
going from
you
three.
think they're gonna make Merman again?
Not like no, not like make him again, but re-release him. Who knows?
I
I
have
know.
him. I have him, and he is insane, dude.
I know they mentioned that they want to do Manny faces, Mondo.
Wow, that would be great.
Yeah, that
That would be great. I mean, listen, just like right now, I have my favorite figure ever, which is Anti-Eternia He-Man. So whatever they make, to me, is kind of like, come on, keep bringing stuff.
yeah.
First, listen, there's no figure like we are right now in June. There's no way they're gonna any company will release a figure
That makes you
before
think that.
December to make me change my mind about which one is gonna be my favorite figure of the year.
Really? What about that Skeletor? It's supposed to ship in November.
I love Skeletor, dude, but Anti-Ternia Hima is my guy.
Wow.
Yeah, he's my guy. He's
But
my guy.
that's kind of biased because you just love that character.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is. But hey, listen, they're gonna I mean, they're gonna release that Battle Cat before, dude. Battle Cat,
Cat's coming.
Battle Cat is gonna be crazy.
Yep. Battle Cat. And then I know Hector mentioned, I believe Panther is going to go up for pre order this fall. So Panther will probably be coming out around this time next year. Because
Yeah,
Battle Cat
Panther.
went up for sale last fall, right?
Yeah, I think Panther, and after Panther, I think it's gonna be Tila or Orko.
I know Tila is for sure coming. Um, what I hope they do with her that I didn't see in the original designs is I hope they do the snake dress, the headdress,
Yeah,
and I would like an alternate head with her hair loose because I really liked how she looked in
give
Revelation.
me give me the blonde one from the mini comics.
Oh yeah, like the one that came in. Remember Motu Classics? They did that Savage Tila.
Yeah, they give me the blonde one, and they have so many options with Tila because they can do the Cobra head, right? Because they can do a deluxe one. That's what they do. They can do with the Cobra head. They can do a blonde head and red hair. And if they want to go crazy, give me then the filmation style head if you want.
You
You
know
know,
what they announced? I know it's probably not in your wheelhouse, but Mondo announced that they're gonna make Swiftwind,
Swiftwind.
Shira's horse,
Wow.
in 6 scale.
Well, I may get it. I mean,
They said that I think it was on Toy Anxiety. They were talking about it, and somebody mentioned, "Oh well, Swiftwind," and Hector was like, "Yeah, yeah, we're making Swiftwind." Like he was like, "Yes, direct, yes, we're making Swiftwind."
well, I
He
mean, listen.
mentioned big, like he emphasized big, like big things are coming from Motu. So
Listen.
I
Give,
don't know if he's talking about beasts, animals. You imagine if they do vehicles?
give me the battle ram.
Yeah, but fuck, that would be like $700-800, bro.
Give me the battle ram, dude. Give me the battle ram. I'm all for that. Give me that battle ram. I put it on top of my D12. Give me that battle ram.
I would like to see maybe like a sky sled, um, like smaller rigs, from Motu. Um,
I mean, you can do a Wind Rider.
yeah,
Wind Rider is a one guy vehicle.
yeah. You know what they mentioned they might be making? That's definitely coming. Not that they might be making. Probably next year, Ram Man.
Really?
Yeah,
Mondo.
Mondo.
Wow.
They're not playing around, brother. I'm telling you, like, I'm at a point where I think I'm gonna like just collect Mondo.
Listen, they need to, if they're going to give me Ramman, I can't imagine if they make my favorite evil warrior, which is Triclops. Dude, they're giving Beastman, they're giving Merman, they're giving Trapjaw. Come on, dude.
I,
Triclops was the best out of all of them, dude. The genius. He was,
Triclops is a definite. I'm pretty sure he's coming. Um, I'm just curious what they would do in terms of enhancing. Like, I hope they do some sort of base where it's like wind and they have like his little bird robot kind of flying and attached to that. So it's kind of floating next to him.
Give me that guy. Give me that guy. It's on top of that. If you're gonna give me a triclops, give me a triclops that I have the option to put the harness from the mini comic on
Oh,
it.
I'm sure they're gonna do that. That'll be
Like
the timed edition. You know what I mean?
give me a good tri. Now give me a good triclops. Give me a good fisto, dude. I can't
Oh,
imagine.
Pistol and Jitsu. Those two, man. Those two. I asked on the actually I jumped on the Geek Dad live and I asked Mondo during the live about Fisto and Jitsu and they said that those are definite figures they want to get to. It's just they have like certain personal characters that they want to do first. But yeah, man, Fisto, holy shit. You imagine what Mondo will probably do with the fist, like it's either gonna be like die cast or it's gonna be like super detailed and like I think what they'll do with Fisto is they might give us articulated fingers, bro.
I wish.
But you saw how they did with Terror Claws, the Terror Claws for Skeletor? They're articulated
Yeah,
fingers.
they
Ooh,
can they can do that with Fisto and Jitsu.
yeah, man. And I know um Mondo says they're going to have between now and the next 2 weeks, there's going to be a lot of big reveals because Comic Con is right around the corner. So I know they said there's something really big from Batman animated coming, and
Wow.
there's something for Motu fans for sure for Comic Con. They already revealed the Logan X-Men animated Logan exclusive 1/6 scale
Yeah, I
figure,
saw that one.
um, and they're going to be revealing licenses, new licenses. So, dude, it's like I really wish I could go to Comic Con. I think for next year, we definitely got to try to make it out
Yeah,
there.
we should go for next year for sure, and go to other conventions. This year is kind of like a stretchy for me because I have a travel like trip coming that is really long, and then also my daughter is competing in nationals and dance. It's gonna be a lot of money there. So, but definitely next year for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Next year, I think it's going to be big as far as the comeback for doing shows. I would like to do, if I can't do Comic Con, I definitely want to do PowerCon and
Yeah,
maybe Legions Con. Those
PowerCon, Legions Con,
two.
maybe New York Comic Con, dude.
Yeah. I've been to New York Comic Con and let me tell you, it's really good. It's not San Diego, but it's still a really good show. What concerns me is that New York has just been like a bad place to go lately.
Oh, it's crazy, dude.
If it's not because of COVID, it was because of this the pollen, and then after that, it was because of the smoke from the wildfires. It's just been like ground zero for everything.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
My friend lives in the Bronx, and he's like, "Dude, don't come here right now."
Yeah, it's crazy.
you know,
But
but
well,
uh, but yeah, man, it's been really fun. This was a really exciting show. We've got a lot of new subscribers, so I think we're just gonna get bigger and bigger, and I'm gonna try to get some new guests on. Uh, Hopefully, we can get Mondo on here. I'm gonna talk to see if we get um, Jay, Retro Jay, and some other people. Some other people that do what we do that could just geek out with us together.
okay, perfect. Yeah, for sure.
All right, brother. Well, it's been awesome. And thanks everybody for joining us. Make
Take
sure
care, guys.
you tune in again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Later.
Take care.